Coming off another winning night on a nice little 5-1 run, and we got a huge show for you today. Let's talk some basketball. What's going on, everyone? Welcome back into another episode for Just a Bet Outside. I'm your host, Steven, and happy hump day to everybody. That's right. If you don't know what that is, that's Wednesday, by the way, the middle of the week. A little 2-1 night. We'll take it. The Bucks were absolutely horrendous, but we don't need to focus on that because we did have two winning bets, and we will go over that recap in just a little bit. The Players Championship. That's right. The big tournament they call the fifth major. The preview best bets video just got released. So go check that video out. There is a $40 giveaway. If you don't know anything about golf, all you have to do, go to the video, hopefully watch it to support us or hit the like button, and then leave a comment with two golfers that you think might lead after the first round. Maybe you get lucky and you win 40 bucks. Either way, you're not losing 40 bucks. There's no risk. So go check it out and go get that done. We've had only two winners in the same tournament so far. It's tough to hit, but why not give it a try? So go check that video out. Of course, MLB season right around the corner, baby. I can't wait. And that NL video will be out later this week, previewing the National League. AL video is already out, so go check that out. Give our best future bets and all that. So, but we got a big show for you today. And before we get into all that, you know what we got to do. It is dad joke time, baby. Here we go. I got two of them for you. Let's see if I can crush it. Here we go. When I get into work, I immediately hide. Good employees are hard to find. Not too shabby. I wouldn't say that to your boss or do that when you go to work tomorrow. Here we go. Last one. I went to a psychic. I knocked on the front door. She yelled, "Who is it?" So I left. That one made me laugh. I'm not gonna lie. I was literally laughing out loud late at night here in my room. Anyways, in this video, we're gonna recap yesterday 2-1 night defenses that give up the most points, rebounds, and assists to the small forward position, like we do every Wednesday. And then also, like we do every Wednesday, we're gonna talk the G's of threes and talk the hottest shooters from 3-point range in the last 8 games, and also defenses that give up the highest 3-point percentage to their opponents in the last 8 games. And then we'll give you our best bets and wrap it all up with the bets recap. So hit that like button, leave a comment below. We are getting so freaking close to 21,000 subscribers. You guys are awesome. If you're new to the channel, I know we've been picking up some new subscribers. Welcome to the community. It's incredible. The Discord link is below. Got almost 3,000 people in it, and it's a lot of fun every single night. It's more fun on the winning nights, but either way, it's a lot of fun. And so go join that. So anyways, that's what we got. I'm ready to get started, and let's talk that recap. All right, we start with the only loser of yesterday, and that is the Bucks money line. They were absolutely terrible. Lillard, I think, had 10 points. They couldn't hit anything, and the Sacramento Kings were on absolute fire from the beginning. I think they started out 7 of 8 from three-point line. It was just ugly. The Bucks looked horrendous. The Kings looked much better. Everything I thought was going to happen did not happen, and it was a blowout. Welcome to the NBA. The Bucks still suck. Doc Rivers still freaking sucks. They are probably on the ban list in the Discord now. I gave them one more chance, and my goodness, they are just not there yet. But anyways, let's talk the winners. Jalen Brunson, 6+ assists. If you just took his over 6.5, you hit that too, even in a blowout. He had, I believe, ended with 8 assists, which isn't bad considering he had a teammate, Josh Hart, who had a monster game. That guy is freaking good. He had 10 dimes on his own, but Brunson still got his 8. And Colin Sexton, 18+ points. Thank goodness I did the alternate line. That game ended up being a blowout. Sexton in the fourth quarter hit a 3-ball to go from 15 to 18 points. I think that's what he ended on. So that was a winner. And then the added bet today was SGA under 6.5 assists. I liked it at -125. Going up against the Pacers, like I talked about, giving up the fewest assists to point guards in the NBA. And he got 5. He actually had 1 at halftime, got 3 in this third quarter, and then 1 more in the fourth, and still ended 2 short. So gotta love that one. Nice, easy winner. Added plays have been really good for us, so we're gonna keep that rolling. Hopefully, it's nice to have the night and the next morning to really start thinking about it instead of pushing 3 or 4 bets out the night before. So, anyways, 2-in-1 day as we build out of the terrible 2-week slump that we had. But I gotta love to see it. It's 5-1 run. NBA is humbling, so we got to keep it rolling. So before we get into all those best bets, let's talk the small forwards. All right, here we go. We got the small forward position defenses giving up the most points to them. These are all the last 15 days. Holy crap, we got some arrows, guys. It looks absolutely bonkers. It's a John Madden play. But let's break it down. The Toronto Raptors are facing Simone Fettuccini of the Detroit Pistons, who has 15.3 points per game. Raptors giving up over 25.5 points. And then we got those Kings that just crushed us last night, facing Rui Hachimura of the Lakers, averaging about 16 points. Kings giving up 24.5. And then the Pacers to the small forward position are facing DeMar DeRozan, one of the better small forwards in the NBA, averaging over 25 points per game. And then the Cleveland Cavaliers facing the New Orleans Pelicans and Brandon Ingram averaging 20 points per game. Cavs giving up 22.26. So those are the four matchups, and everybody else, take a screenshot. Hopefully this helps you guys get some winners. And now let's go check out the rebounds. And here are the matchups today. We got the Portland Blazers facing Sadiq Bey of the Atlanta Hawks, 6.5 rebounds per game. Pacers are facing DeMar DeRozan of the Chicago Bulls at 5.4 rebounds per game. So DeRozan on here twice now. But anyways, those are the rest of the players. So take a screenshot. Again, small forward position is tough. It's a positionless NBA, so it is kind of tough. Some people play shooting guard, some power forward, but I tried my best. I do as much research as I can to find the exact position, but you guys probably all know that. Anyways, let's check out the assists now. We got one matchup, and it's Mr. DeRozan again for the Bulls. 5.9 assists per game. Pacers giving up 4.47 to the small forward position. They limited against point guards, but they are the 10th most against the small forward position. Again, these are all stats in the last 15 days on both sides. So take some screenshots, go get some winners, and we got some more research help before we get to the best bets. It is the G's of threes. All right, let's talk some muy caliente shooters. That's right, we got 3 pages worth. If you are new, here's the rules. You got to have a minimum of 40 or more three-point attempts and 40% or better from the three-point line. And then on the right side, we added defenses that have given up the most or the highest three-point percentage in the last 8 games to their opponents, so it can kind of help you out with some matchups. Again, this is all last 8 games. If there's anybody that played less than 8, it will be a note next to their name. But over there, the Jazz, Kings, Blazers, Jazz have been number 1 for a long time. They just give up a lot of 3 balls. That's just what they do. But let's check out the people now. Trey Murphy, the third, of course, 44.4%. I won't go through everybody, but on this page, Darius Garland, and that was because one game he went absolutely insane. And then down there, Jason Tatum, 45.2. Grayson Allen's been up here a lot, and D'Angelo Russell shooting the ball really well at 47% right now. So anyways, those are some good 3-ball shooters. Take a screenshot. Let's go check out page number 2 now. And there he is in the green. That means he is the leader in the clubhouse with the highest 3-point percentage the last 8 games with 40 or more threes. Dennis Schroeder, if you didn't know, he's on the Brooklyn Nets. He's been on a million teams lately. 24 for 44, 54.5%. That is not too bad. And then how about Naz Reid of the T-Wolves? 50% shooting. Just absolutely impressive. Other than that, Keontae George, the rookie for the Jazz, getting a lot of play right now. Him and Keldon Johnson both have played 7 games, just to kind of give you an idea so you can use some math and figure out how many of these guys are taking each game, but everyone else is 8 games. So, then the bottom guy, Grady Richard. That name is interesting. I'll just leave it at that. But the Toronto Raptors, he had a big game last time. I think he scored 20 or more. I could be wrong, but that's when they had a lot of injuries. But he's shooting 40.9%. So that is page 2. Let's check out the final page of the G's of threes. And we have Jamal Murray, 50% shooting, 22 for 44, and along with Lou Dort, 45.5%. So Miles McBride obviously going to get a little less play as OG comes back and some more guys come back. But yeah, that's page 3, of course, with the defenses on the right side for all pages. So hopefully this helps you guys get some winners today, tomorrow, the next day, and so on and so on. If you guys like to bet threes or points, if it's a good matchup or anything like that. So that is the G's of threes. And now let's talk some best bets. All right, this segment of the show, of course, is brought to you by our sponsor, Better Bet. That's BTR Bet, the best place to find, track, analyze, and share your bets. The link is below. Like I mentioned, here in the next couple days, you're going to be getting a video out for it, and it's awesome. So we'll talk more about that later, but let's talk bet number 1, and it is a money line parlay. We have not done this for a while. We used to do these a ton last year, but man, it is just super unpredictable this year. You saw it again with the Pacers beating the Thunder in Oklahoma City yesterday and things like that. But here we go. Give me the Magic and the Mavericks moneyline parlay. I got this at -115 on ESPN. Was the best odds I could find. Let's talk Magic moneyline here. They are at home hosting the Brooklyn Nets. All right, enough said. Move on to the next game. No, I'll give you some info. Magic, the number one against the spread team in the NBA at home, 20-9. That's against the spread. I just need to win. They're like 6-7 point favorites in this one. Nets are the second worst road ATS team in the NBA at 11-19. And the Magic just beat the Nets by 27 points a couple weeks ago. That was without Paolo Banchero, by the way. They outscored them 56-42 in the paint, 49-13 in points off turnovers. It was just, I said 29-13, I think. I don't know if I said that. But anyways, it was just a bloodbath. They just beat them down. They had a 33-point lead at one point, but it's just a terrible matchup for the Nets. They're already an inefficient offense, and now they play the number 2 defense in the NBA. When you look at some of their games recently, we'll tell you why they have some a little bit better stats in the last 5 to 10 games, but don't get confused. This team struggles. In that game against the Magic a few weeks ago, they scored 81 points. The Magic do not allow a lot of points in the paint. They don't allow a lot of points anywhere. They are just one of the best defenses out there. The only way I think the Nets compete in this one is if, as a team, they get hot from three-point line, because they're not going to be scoring a ton in the paint, that's for sure. They're not a team that relies a lot on the paint, but I'll take my chances of that not happening. But over the course of the season, the Magic have also given up the 7th lowest three-point percentage to their opponents at 35.8%. And the Nets' margin of error is slim. I mean, like I said, they got to knock down some threes, and I don't think they can do it for 4 quarters against this team. But the Magic, in my opinion, are just too physical. I don't see the Nets scoring 100. I just don't see it. And don't be fooled, like I said, by the numbers recently. Here's the last 9 games, some of the last 9 games that they have faced. And I'm talking about the Nets, of course. They have faced the Grizzlies twice, the Hawks twice, the 76ers, the Hornets, and the Pistons. That's awful. That's 7 of their last 9 games. And in the last 5 games, they've lost to the Pistons, Hornets, and Grizzlies. This is not a very good team. I would not be surprised if the Magic absolutely blew them out of the water again. I almost put Magic money or against the spread in this one as my best bet, but I'll just play it safe. Give me the Magic money line at home. The bigger, more physical team, the better defense. I think they get the job done. And then the second leg. Oh, Lord, help me again. Here we go. I got the Mavericks money line. They're at home hosting the Warriors. Mavericks have let me down before. I know that. But Golden State, if you watch them play the last 2 games, they're a little out of sorts without Steph Curry, which is not surprising. It's normal. But this year they are 1-4 straight up without Steph Curry, and only one of those 4 losses was even within 11 points. So they have struggled. Steph's the guy who gets his own shot. We know that. He can do absolutely anything. He's great off ball, coming off screens, and he can also get his own shot because of that quick release. Without him, we're talking guys like Clay, catch and shoot guy now in his career. Andrew Wiggins somewhat get his own shot, but not exactly. B-Pods, the rookie, he's kind of become a rebounds and assist kind of guy. He'll hit some threes, knock down some catch and shoot threes, but he's definitely not a guy to create shots for himself and others. Chris Paul at this stage of his career, still decent, can run an offense, but now he's the point guard. Now that makes the bench a little weaker and things like that. So he's obviously limited. Kaminga's played well down there. He's not a guy who just creates his own shots all the time either. So, and obviously we know what Draymond Green does. So there's just not much off the bench as well. In general, I just don't love the Warriors team without Steph Curry. They still play hard. They still play some decent defense, but now they have to go into Dallas and play one of the hottest players on planet Earth. No, I'm just joking. Luka Doncic. My goodness. We talked about him yesterday with the under PRAs. Obviously, we know he wants a 30, 10, and 10 triple-double. He'll stay in the game till late, apparently. That's the rumor. But I'm not bitter about that at all. But anyways, guys, we're talking the backcourt of Luka and Kyrie versus Chris Paul and Klay Thompson, who's in the starting lineup right now. I mean, we're talking about 2 guys in the back end of their career versus 2 of the best elite offensive players in the NBA. Like, it's just not even close, in my opinion. And a key for Dallas is going to keep Golden State off the offensive glass. Golden State does have the advantage rebounding. But other than that, I mean, all signs point to Dallas, as long as they just don't give up, as long as they come out and play somewhat defensively, because they can sometimes look pretty bad defensively. But I don't think Golden State has the firepower to keep up with a guy like Luka and the way he's playing, and Kyrie Irving, who had a bad game last game. But I see maybe the Warriors, because their defense, hanging with the Mavericks for just a little while, but I think the Mavericks pull away and get to a decently easy win. So give me the Magic and the Mavericks money line parlay as my first best bet. And before we get into bet number 2, let's talk some DraftKings. All right, new customers, click that link below and you get a great promotion. Bet $5, get $150 instantly in bonus bets. It's an incredible deal. That's right. All you got to do is click that link below, sign up with your account, put $5 in, and go bet it. And no matter what happens, you are going to get $150 instantly in bonus bets. So it's a great deal. Got to take advantage of it. Limited time only. And of course, you must be 21 years or older to gamble. If you have a gambling problem, call or text 1-800-GAMBLER. Now, back to the bets. All right, game number 2 takes us out to Detroit, Michigan. We got the Pistons hosting the Toronto Raptors in a game we have all been waiting for. The Pistons -3 total in this game, 233. Against the spread numbers, Raptors 30, 34 and 1 ATS, 17, 15 and 1 ATS on the road. Pistons 32, 31 and 1 ATS, 15, 16 and 1 ATS at home. None of that really tells you anything, probably. Over under Raptors 34, 30 and 1 to the over. Pistons 33, 30 and 1 to the over. If I had to pick a side, I like the Pistons. Yep, I said it out loud. It doesn't sound good, but that's not my best bet. Give me Cade Cunningham over 12.5 rebounds plus assists. I got this up plus 100 on FanDuel. It's actually juiced on the under right now. So, but I like it to the over. So let's talk about it. He's been an absolute beast lately in every aspect of his game. In the last 10 games, as you guys know, I like to look at potential assists and rebound chances. So he has 12.7 potential assists per game in the last 10 games, and he has turned that into 7.7 actual assists, so almost about 8 assists a game. He's averaging 8.1 rebound chances per game and 4.7 rebounds. So, I mean, he put 7.7 together and 4.7, carry the one, blah, 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 hash brown math, 12.4 RA's last 10 game, which is right at this line, right? But now we're going to talk about the matchup. The Raptors are absolutely almost like the Grizzlies right now. It is a horrendous. RJ Barrett is going to be out. Emmanuel Quickly is going to be a game time decision. Jakob Poeltl's still out. Scotty Barnes still out. Gary Trent questionable. It's all awful. Even when they were in, although Jakob Poeltl does help a little bit in the defense, but man, this defense has been absolutely awful without him and Scotty Barnes. They have given up the most assists to the point guards in the last 30 days at 11.07 per game, and the 8th most rebounds to point guards last 30 days at 6.40. So it's been a terror. I mean, this is just an absolute dream matchup for him. And we have a 3-point spread, so technically this is supposed to be a good game, but it's the NBA, so you never know. But Cade had 15 versus Toronto earlier this year, for whatever that's worth, different team and all that. But this Raptors team should make it even easier for him with all the injuries and everything. Cade hit last 3 games, 14, 19, and 16 RAs in the last 3 games. I mean, he's just absolutely dominated. One of those was against the Mavericks, who give up the 4th most assists to point guards, so somewhat similar to the Raptors. And Cade got 10 dimes alone in that game, and then 3 rebounds. So, I mean, you could sprinkle some on Cade, possible double-double in this one. If you just want to go over assists, you could. I think he's got a good chance to get to around 10 assists on its own, and then we only need 3 rebounds on top of that. I like my chances. But, you know, he even flirted with a triple-double recently. I think he had 8 boards and 10 assists if you really want to get crazy. He's not usually a guy who gets 10 rebounds. But give me Cade Cunningham to make it 4 straight games over 12.5 RAs. And now you're waiting for my next bet. It's not official yet, but there is a chance that tomorrow I add Luka Doncic triple-double to the card, because why not? He's doing it every single game, and he really cares about it, apparently. So just stay tuned for that. But today, or Tuesday, I had 4 toddlers all day for about 7 to 8 hours. We recorded and finished the research and everything for the golf video that's out now. Then we researched and did this NBA video. It is about midnight. I put in 2 8-hour shifts. I am exhausted, if you can't tell by my eyes. I'm only going to do 2 bets today. I apologize, but just remember, I'm going to have more bets in the morning. So that's probably going to be better anyways. I don't want to force, 4 bets out to you right now. So I'll add 1, more than likely 2 added plays with all the options we have for the Wednesday slate. So stay tuned for that. It'll be on X. It'll be in Discord and in the pinned comments below. And if I have any leans, I'll add that as well. So that's what I got for today. I appreciate you guys watching. Let's check out the bets recap. All right, those are the 2 best bets for right now. Adding more in the morning. Magic and Mavericks moneyline parlay at -115 on ESPN Bet. And then Mr. Cade Cunningham over 12.5 rebounds plus assists. That's at +100 on FanDuel. That's what we got for the show today. Again, go check out that golf video. Leave a comment with 2 golfers for a chance to win $40 I appreciate the day in and day out support. Even if I can't get back to every single person all the time, I am reading the comments and I appreciate all the positivity. And I want to keep this rolling. I want a winning day every single day this week. So let's see if we can make that happen. But, anyways, I hope everyone has a great Wednesday and we will talk to you soon.